Hi everyone, welcome to Apexar by Amit Chaudhary. I would like to express my gratitude to Apexar for giving me this opportunity. Today I am here to discuss all aspects of the Salesforce Release Manager role, including responsibility, best practices, and the tips. Before we start the session, and without further delay, allow me to introduce myself. Let me introduce myself first. Yeah. Here, today I am Tarun Gupta and founder and CTO Bivans Consulting Private Limited and the Code with Tarun community. And I have a 13 plus year IT experience and the 5x Salesforce certified and 8x Caparo certified. I used to work on Salesforce DevOps as a release manager, as a DevOps consultant, Caparo consultant, as a Slack consultant as well. Um, and I have also been community group leader of Salesforce, Slack, Tableau, and my others community as well for the front end backend kind. And I have a multi-time mentor of Salesforce terrorism and the multi-time mentor of the Caparo community, and also a corporate trainer, give a hands-on training to be a many MNCs to be for regarding the Caparo, Salesforce, and the full stack and backend development as well. Now, next one, I get a chance to be featured. I get recognized by the committee as a Caparo Professional of the Year 2023 and Caparo Hero as well. And I have also be hosted my all the community events video and my blog is a Code with Tarun is a YouTube channel Code with Tarun G dot the YouTube channel and Code with Tarun.com is a blog website. Here I posted all some kind of content regarding Salesforce and other things, and also I am a Salesforce Dev Judge speaker and a committee speaker actively 5 year in the serving as a committee to share my knowledge and experience. Today, what we have explained to you and detailed to as per my capability of the knowledge. And if further, if you want to connect me to me, just is my committee and like you just scan the QR code to connect and any question regarding the session, any query, you can ask me, reach me on the LinkedIn and Twitter handle as well. Now, today we have discussed about the agenda. It's, today we have discussed about what is the Salesforce Release Manager and pre-request for the role of Salesforce Release Manager, roles and responsibility of the Salesforce Release Manager, release plan, release calendar, 10 steps to create a effective release plan, change logs versus the release notes, and RASI metrics for the Salesforce Release Manager and best practices in the Salesforce Release Management task. Now, we have discussed the Salesforce Release Manager. The role of the Salesforce Release Manager is a crucial in ensuring the smooth and efficient delivery for the Salesforce solution within an organization. Means the Salesforce Release Manager is a professional responsible for overseeing the planning, coordination, and execution of Salesforce releases within an organization. Ensuring the stability of the system is crucial in this role, and it involves delivery new features, improvement, and to end user. In this reclaim of the Salesforce management, a release manager oversees the journey of the software development for inception to projection, guaranteeing a smooth, secure, and well-regulated transitions for a new software, a new Salesforce application, update any kind of configuration changes will be happen. Now, if I talk the roles of the things, so this the as Salesforce Release Manager is a professional responsible for overseeing the end-to-end process for releasing changes and update within the Salesforce platform. Means their primary role involved managing the transition of new software update configuration yeah Salesforce application to for development phases to the testing and ultimately to the production environment. Means the goal is to ensure a smooth control and successful release process that maintain the stability and integrity of the Salesforce ecosystem. There's a general terms we can say the before move the starting the looking any opportunity for sales for release manager means if you want to be switch as a working as a release manager in an organization, mind you, some kind of promotion, yeah, any kind of switch your tech stack to the sales for release manager. So you needed to some check some prerequisite to apply jobs, yeah, start the career, yeah, move on this profile. I will give the small key points about the prerequisite as per my understanding and what I am working on many clients for this part. Now, prerequisite. So, before this one, the prerequisite for the role of release manager typically include a combination of education, experience, technical skills, and other key qualification. The first one we talking about the experience. Experience working with Salesforce configuration, customization, and integration. General time, previous work in Salesforce administrator, yeah, development role and working on Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Experience Cloud, Airflow, anything you have much more aware about the Salesforce ecosystem. How to do for the enhancement for the working as a Salesforce release manager. Now, if I talk about the second part of prerequisite, so as previously said, Salesforce knowledge means in-depth understanding of Salesforce platform capability, features, limitation, familiar with the Salesforce development tools such as Apex, Visual Force, Tiger, any thing, and yeah, you are just know about the admin part and professionally in version control system, example Git, because if you are not working on any kind of third party tool, you should know about the Git sim and experience with the CI/CD tools and practices needed to be done on that part. Because in future, all the industry and company are moving on the DevOps things, so we should know about the experience with the CI/CD tool with the practices. And tools help automate it, streamline the process, making it more efficient and less prone of the errors. So generally, experience with the Git-based development is particularly important for a release manager and a Git as a Git in the industry standard tool for the version control. It allows multiple developers to work on the same code base without overwriting each other changes. It also provides a history of changes, make it easy to revert a previous version if necessary. Means तो इस Salesforce DX, Salesforce Sandbox है, Sketchware, the CI/CD tool, Git development tool, DevOps tool like Caparo, Salesforce Caparo, and DevOps Exchange. Sorry, DevOps Center and DevOps Center, Caparo, Auto, Gear set, many much tool and the things you can much more aware about the tools as well as per the company project and the requirement that part. Now, if like in another things is requirement, it's not a major requirement, but basically if you have some kind of certifications, means Salesforce certification, relevant Salesforce certification, such a Salesforce certified administrator, maybe beneficially, Salesforce certified platform app builder, yeah, Salesforce certified thing. And if you're going to going deeper in the promotion, yeah, anything more, much more deeper in the Salesforce DevOps with the Salesforce release manager, you should know about it. Second basic step, this one and advanced, yeah, with Salesforce certified advanced administrator and Salesforce certified development lifecycle and development designer certification. Now, another part, another things is the understanding of DevOps tool. For a Salesforce release manager, knowing about the DevOps principle can really make the process work better. This principle help in using automated process, keeping on eyes on everything, and communicating well, quick fixing any problem, all of which are very important to be things. So now I can say, Ki, you want to be DevOps for a self-release manager, manager knowing about the DevOps principle can really release process, work better, that things. Now we go in the next thing to be efficiency manage the Salesforce release process. Such as a release manager should be have a experience with various DevOps tools that are commonly used with the Salesforce. These tools help automate and streamline the process, making it more efficient and less in prone errors. So, and like something like the tools help automate it, streamline the process, making a DevOps Center, Kaparo, Gearset, Autologous, and many more. Now, this is basic DevOps development technique that support agile development and share many of its characteristics such as a continuous improvement and rapid delivery and fluid communication. DevOps and agile are the get match for the each other. This blog post discussed in detail where the indicators of DevOps and how you can build a better career by learning the principle of DevOps. Okay, now now another part is project management tools, because if you are working as a release manager you should know about the project management tools to enhance your project management skill set. Provides the focus on the agile and Kanban methodology. In next slides I will discuss on the agile and Kanban methodology for the part, and collectively robust skills for planning, executing, and overseeing project efficiently. Gain a comprehensive understanding of this methodology to adeptly navigate diverse project landscape and show successful outcome, maximizing team productivity as well. So now a strong project management skill set and familiar with the project management methodology like Agile and Kanban, which I shared in the code. Now, here is a Kanban board. Here is some step to do: requirement, design, development, testing, and acceptance development and launches. Is with along with the agile things like a requirement gathering and then design, development, testing, deployment, and review. And again, the requirement and is something a new requirement in market comes, then we can discuss all the things. So basically, enhance the your project management skill set. That's you see the sprint wise. We can just divide it in the sprint planning and agile methodology. Firstly, first sprint means first requirement for the stakeholder. So means we have get some gathering some requirement to be plan it out, design, develop, and test, and deploy, and review. After review, have a stakeholder saying some kind of new idea, yeah, enhancement, there is some feature. So then again the plan, design, and in second sprint we on the time we just look in the backlog for the this feature will be releasing the next sprint or plan. So that's a part of the release. I show the picture is showing the scrum process. Project owner means stakeholder, yeah, anything, and team and master, scrum master also be a crucial part of the project man. He will be the user story, project like some kind of, so it's a plan to break down the sprint into many thing for the Scrum Master. So as a release manager, sometimes as a release manager also be doing some kind of task. But as a, if you have a Scrum Master, so then they will be discussed and for the whole the planning with the Scrum Master, key holder, stakeholder, and your project manager and release manager. Release manager also be sure to be align all the teams work together as a DevOps things. Now, daily stand-up calls, sprint review, sprint retrospective, finish the work. So we can discuss over the part and communication skill. As a release manager, effective communication is paramount. So means excellent communication and interpret skills. Yes, much more note if you technically sounds on the tech skill set, so it will be good to be share on things requirement and discuss with the stakeholder. We can emphasize the honing excellent communication interpersonal ability to streamline coordination between the team, stakeholder, and the client, and ensuring seamless project execution and successful release will be happen. And as a Salesforce release manager, adapt changes management is crucial. So means focus on grasping change management principle and tactics to mitigate disruption during releases, and learn strategy to smooth implement changes, ensuring the seamless transition for user and maximize the effectiveness Salesforce deployment. So this is the change management. You understand the change management principle and practice it to minimize disruption during the releases. So now focus on gaps in change management principle and practice the marketing distribution and learn strategy to smooth implement changes, ensuring seamless transition the user and maximize the effective of Salesforce deployment. Now, next one, as a Salesforce release manager, you need to be team up with developer, tester, and operation spoke to make sure release goes smoothly. This means work together, sharing idea and coordinating the task. By collaborating effectively, you can ensure that Salesforce update are rolled out smoothly and everyone stay on the same page. Same page. So, as Salesforce Release Manager, being adaptable is a key. You need to flexible and ready to handle changes in technology and business need. This means staying open-minded and adjusting quick to keep up with the ever challenging environment, ensuring successful Salesforce release despite shifting conditions. Adaptability means that there's a part. Yeah, but we are focusing on adaptability. Now, now we are talk about the roles and responsibility about the um, now we are talk about the roles and responsibility. To effective manage the Salesforce release process, a sales release manager should have a experience with various DevOps tools that are commonly used with the Salesforce. Means this tool help automate and streamline the process, making it more efficient, less prone to error. Means enterprise implements complex SFGC application with report, workflow, working with several SFGC objects, expediting the Apex Visual Force web service, SOQL, SQL, SL, Ajax, things. Develop the maintain Visual Force core, forward compagine, maintain multiple user roles, security profile, workflow rule, strong things. So that's the major things are the needed in the part. So the roles of Salesforce Release Manager involve being overseeing the end-to-end process for deploying changes, update, and configuration within the Salesforce platform. Means if I tell to you why the company hiring a Salesforce release manager, why hiring if you someone hire a Salesforce release manager, what is the agenda mean, what they are looking for that kind of release manager. So firstly, schedule and manage the release. For the scheduling the release and manage the release, work closely with the team. Third, manage risk and routine. And fourth, assist in the project management. That part means schedule and manage release means schedule, coordinate, and manage release for multiple application with our release manager. On work closely with team means our release manager collaborate and work close with the IT team to build a release calendar. So and manage risk and routine. So our release manager stay on track with the project release without compromising risk management. And fourth point, assist in the project management to handle change management in the project to ensure meeting milestone within the project scope and schedule. So means the Salesforce release manager play in a crucial role in balancing the introduction of new feature improvement with the need to maintain the stability and reliability of the Salesforce platform. Their responsibility span project management, technical expertise, communication, and collaboration across various teams to ensure successful ensure release. The role of the Salesforce release manager is like a traffic controller. Means a role of a Salesforce release manager is like a traffic controller for update in the Salesforce ecosystem. They plan when new feature and fixes should go live, make sure everything is tested properly, oversee the smooth transition of changes one stage to another, and they also keep track of what changes were made and communicate with different teams to ensure everyone in the same page. Their goal is to be improve how things work in Salesforce, make sure everything run without any problem. Now, a Salesforce release manager involved with some kind of release planning, plan, schedule, roll out the new feature and update. And second, environment management oversees different Salesforce environment, ensuring smooth transition. As a Salesforce release manager, you role involve meticulously planning and scheduling the introduction of new feature and update. You also oversee the various Salesforce environment, ensure seamless transition between them. By managing this aspect effectively, you ensure a smooth and efficient release process, optimize the functionality of the Salesforce for your organization. So now, as a Salesforce release manager, you actually the maintain version control to take changes effectively. You role involve collaborating the closely with deployment, testing, and operation team to ensure a seamless release process. Now, fourth one, coordination. By coordinating effort you facilitate smooth transition and maximize the success Salesforce update of your organization. Now, as a Salesforce manager, you oversee the testing to pinpoint and resolve issue efficiently, and additionally, you meticulously plan execute the deployment for Salesforce changes. Means your deployment, your roles ensure the testing process runs smoothly and deployment are carried out seamlessly and optimize the performance and reliability of the Salesforce for your organization. Means as a Salesforce release manager, you excel is a communication by effective conveying the release schedule, progress update, and addressing issue with the stakeholder. Additionally, you may meticulously maintain comprehensive documentation of the release plan and configuration. You should ensure transparent communication and detailed record, facilitate smooth operation and informed decision making and throughout the release process. Now, there's things documentation part as a Salesforce release manager and enforce policy to upload the integrity and security of the Salesforce instance through the governments. Simultaneously, you continuously analyze and refine the release process to enhance efficiency and reliability. Your role ensure compliance with the standard while driving ongoing improvement for the optimal performance and risk migration. Now, continuous improvement as well. And as a Salesforce release manager, you oversee the entire life cycle of Salesforce release, assign release priority, plan deployment, prepare estimation, prepare documentation. So means evaluate estimate release downtime, actual release downtime before release. Okay, and release priorities ensure attention to higher priority release to prevent downtime and coordinate release by allocating proper resource, testing before release, ensuring conducting regressing testing in the sandbox before releasing the project, and minimize the release risk, minimize the release means minimize the risk and error to reduce the number of rollback of the improvement, and take means um, I can say it the tech means for the tech mean to time to repair, tech cases and the recovery time to be implement the behavior speedy recovery. Now, as a sales release manager, you key responsibility encompass assigning release priorities, planning deployment, and prepare the estimation means assign release priorities. Okay, then accordingly assign and manage priority for change to be addressed before and after. Means assign release priority means assign and manage priority for changes to be addressed before, yeah, after release. And second one is a plan the deployment to plan the changes and process to manage those within key milestones, means break down the plan laid out. And third is a prepare the estimate to estimate development time by collaborating with development team to plan the release. Okay, now fourth is manage all aspect of the end-to-end release process, means plan and schedule project release. And fourth, prepare documentation to oversee development cycle, change management and scheduling. That part. Now, key responsibility is different part, a collaboration coordination. So responsibility of the Salesforce release manager will be have communicate with the project team and project manager to prepare a landscape of the release. Planning project cutover means manage releases with while overseeing the deployment adhere to standards. To expedite with the tools, efficiency of working any application lifecycle management solution and tool, and mitigating the risk, identify risk during code conflict and ensuring deploying quality code in projection. And Salesforce knowledge manage work in the sandbox, deploy manage the component and release branching as well. Branching strategy should be aware about the things. So managing the rollback, handle each rollback to be identified and fix issue, ensuring this release stay on schedule. And like coordinate the Scrum, UAT, third party team, and joint team are the policy, document outstanding known in the error, handle the release documentation, communication, training, implement a source control system, provide a release roadmap, conduct the service rollout, the planning, manage reports on the release process, service level agreement, ensure the release acceptance, include the business sign off of UAT. Duties may be collaborate with the application developer, designer, architect to ensure the shared understanding of the business model and detail the function requirement, perform development tasks assigned by the studio technical lead, architect kind of person, I create and manage technical documents as per require, work productivity with the technical delivery manager for the task prioritization, issue resolution, acceleration, oversee code release and development activity, participate in the reviews of the plan associated with the project acceleration part. So now we discuss the what is the release calendar. Overall, I am talking about the release plan and how to release plan. So here, what the release calendar? Means this is a simple example. Means release calendar is a discuss with your project manager, scrum master, and this. So it's a basic scenario example. Have some kind of calendar will be timeline for the whole sprint plan in the one shot. We have a plan it out the if we have a four sprint in the 1 month of the timeline of the deploy the future in the projection. So here see MIS sit deployment and the sprint 3, sprint 2, this kind of we have a plan in the release calendar here. So what is the release calendar? Now we have a release calendar is a core part of the software release management pipeline. The um, pipeline tool which provide at a glance insight, provide like a team plan to release software, that kind of thing. We can say what is and why why have a release calendar. So means a release management tool for the release manager. We can discuss that part as a it's a simple thing. We can 1 second. Yeah. Now, key feature to choose the right release management tools. So, it's an automation. Release management tool often include automation capability that allow team to automate repetitive and time-consuming tasks such as building, unit of performance testing, and deploying the code. Then, second is the collaboration. To allowing team to collaborate and share the information. Update is the key aspect of the any tool that would be potential asset to your release management process, release planning, deployment, rollout management, metrics, analyticals, and we discussed other part. That's things. Now, if I talking about the part things, this is the release management tool is the best tool is like is I'm using the Jira for the all the things. I also integrate the Jira plus Slack and that the if I using the Caparo, so I will be manage the all the integration all done to be managed one sort of application. So Jira is the most popular release and project management software used by the Agile team. It has been built-in template for Scrum and Kanban and integration with the popular tools such as Slack, Figma, and etc. They are implementing the the market place to be sold different use cases. Now, we have some kind of name of the tool which I have used working with Jira, Puppet, and Terraform, Google Cloud Build, Azure Code Pipeline. I am working on the fourth thing. So many more tools we can use. It depends on the company which tool they are providing to you, your client. Now, what is release plan in the Agile? So, what is the release planning in the state process and is usually planned around every sprint and release milestone activity. Means we have a release planning is a state a process and usually planned around every sprint yeah release milestone activity. Means the process start with what is called initial planning and lead project level planning. In initial planning phase, focus is the on solving the customer problem. Now, how the plan release is agile. Agile release planning take a more practical and dynamic approach. Work is broken down to match feature release as a different life stage of the project. Yeah, project. So, what is the agile release planning? So, release planning is involve continuous work, coordination with different team member and stakeholder. Sorry. So, release planning involve the continuous work, coordination of different team member and stakeholder. Business team come with the initial release plan that solely focus on customer pain point. This phase can last for a few days up to the couple of the month depending on the size of the market, complexity of the problem, depth, yeah, solution. Now we have discussed the 10 steps to create an effective release plan. So what is the release plan is a must more because without the release plan, we can't assume project project will be successful delivered to the client. Because in the release plan, we have defined all the project backlog, organize the release plan meeting as well, invite the stakeholders saying. So here I tell yeah one by one. See here you can see the part of this thing. Define the project vision, assess the project backlog. Means in agile setup, a project backlog refers to a set of items that needed to be complete by the development team to get a grip of the release plan. You must review the project backlog to rank and prioritize the item as well. Means you raise the release manager, you should be prioritized with task because you have discussed with the stakeholder, yeah, project manager, what will be go in this release, and organize a release planning meetings. The next step is inviting all stakeholders to a release plan meeting to review and discuss the proposed plan. The crucial meeting ensure that everyone has clarity about the release plan and share the same vision. Mean organize release plan with stakeholders. Ki what you have discussed with your team, what you have a planning, this feature, is we on the same page or not? Then in then organize, invite invite stakeholder to share their view. And so we discuss after release plan. So you have to share invite the stakeholder and share the view and access by sprint and their success rate. And also we check it out the old case. Keep in if you have on the second sprint of plan, then they also check the previous sprint. What is the loophole? Yeah, something is successfully deliver what you have optimized or more way, how to be successfully deliver more faster rather than the last one. And very sprint velocity mean essential element of any release plan. Velocity define how safety your team can create a feature and meet the release target. You can create a accurate sprint architecture by understanding how long it take for your team to build out a user story. Using data and information for another project, yeah, earlier iteration you can decide the reasonable velocity for the sprint planning. Mean user story will also help you put together on an efficient plan. If you are using the third party tools for the like Kaparo and already we have defined some kind of release notes, release plan, that part. Now, actually the release definition of the done means um, the essence of the agile plan is that we continuously upgrading the evolving things. Now is a find a release calendar. Now you need to find a release calendar, create a clear task and timeline. We discuss within, prepare the post release plan ready. Prepare the means agile release planning is a continuous process that doesn't end with the release. Even at the end of crucial milestone, you need to be prepared for the next stage of the iteration and update. Means you don't think it's done. Now recently, we have discovered using the Chat GPT to write the release notes, because after the every release, you should need to be aware and put down the release notes. What is the release notes and the chain notes? Yeah, we can say upgrade. So using the understand the tone and focus on the user needs, start with the template and review and revise the output. Use Google Translate and ChatGPT in tandem. So we can use that part. Now, change log and bleed. Why this is important to be know what is the differentiate between the change log and the release notes. So change log, firstly discuss the release notes means you have a update customer facing documentation. Change log edit every time. See release notes and kind of update. You need to be customer facing documentation. Ki this in this release we have a deploy this thing. As example give you Salesforce release. So when Salesforce release every quarterly, they have a, some kind of notice release note. If Kapara has also shared some kind of thing, they also will share the release note. Ki what we have removed, what we add on, yeah, what. So you should need to be do this in your system, Salesforce admin, yeah, backend, yeah, your new feature in the LLOC have introduced the in data cloud in recently introduced. So you have some feature. So this is a release note. So need to be upgrade, should be upgrade and change log. At like change log, every item minor and major is respective for whatever it mentally impact the end user. So this is change log differentiate purpose, audience, content, format, tone. So you can add timing. So this is the change set, change change log and the release note. So this is the part. Now RASI matrix for the Salesforce Release Manager. So a RASI matrix for the Salesforce Release Manager outline the roles and responsibility of the individual of group involving in the release management process. Now RASI stands for responsible, accountable, consulted and informed. So means in the concept of Salesforce Release Manager, the metric declined who is responsible for the specific task, who is accountable for the complement, who need to be consulted, who need to be informed throughout the release process. This tool help clarify the streamline communication and ensure accountability by the successful Salesforce release. So now responsible, accountable, consult, informed. We have discovered so what is the responsible development team, testing team, development team, and documentation team. Development, testing, and document team. Accountable, the person ultimately answerable for the commission task. This is typically the release manager who oversees the entire release process and ensure it's a successful. So they are accountable for the coordinate all activity means in the Salesforce release, accountable part of the Salesforce release manager and then the inform and consultant. Now if I share the raw matrix, yeah, Rasi matrix, she coordinate Scrum UAT third party team responsible as a release manager and ensure team follow the company actually policy and procedure is accountable and ensure all the data migration help be coming successfully responsible documents outing known error and workaround responsible release documentation communication training responsible for implement the source control system sorry implement the source control system conduct the rollout planning accountable तो है uh, is a Salesforce release manager responsible for tasks directly related to coordinating, documenting, and ensuring the successful execution of the release process. Accountable mean the Salesforce release manager account for overall release planning, process management, and ensuring the account means here metrics focus only Salesforce release manager responsibility. There are no entry of consultant inform because this role may be filled by the other stakeholder outside the scope of the Salesforce release manager. Okay. In the Rasi matrix, while responsible, accountable are typical. Your question कि why in the Rasi matrix the why responsible and accountable are typically primary focus. Consultant and inform role are crucial for effective communication and collaboration. So here why consultant and inform roles may not be effectively defined for the Salesforce release manager means scope and accountability, task specific focus, clear simplicity. So while consult and inform role are undoubtedly important in overall release process, they may be addressed separately, implied with the broader context of communication and collaboration within the release team, rather than explicitly outlined for the every task in the RASI matrix specifically tailored to the Salesforce release manager responsibility. Now, we have discussed the best practice in Salesforce release management. So, what is the best practice? Into firstly, streamline the release management process. So, we categorize the release type. Which kind of release type will be happen? Means efficient release management begin with the categorize the release based on their nature and frequency. So, first is the best practice to be efficient release management begin with the categorize the release means code bi-weekly या once or twice a week या hot fix releases. So code releases means bi-weekly will be happen include update required changes to code base schedule bi-weekly for regular enhancement and bug fixes. And admin release once or twice a week. Admin release should be a twice and once a week. And on-demand hot fixes is something immediate release of addressing critical issue emergency deploy promptly as a needed to resolve the issue. Then schedule a release day. So schedule a release day may choose a option release day estimate the standard process of preparation. Best practice है release day big days में होना चाहिए should be in big days like a Thursday. So Thursday I will recommend to it on the Thursday because reasonable allows ample time for preparation, including different checks and merge configuration. Validation will be here. Prepare the time of period will be get a 3 days. So allocating 3 days for projection release preparation ensure through the review and validation manages the changes. So then fourth step, align with the sprint cycle. So now we just align with the sprint cycle. Align the cycle means we have 2 weeks of cycle. A sprint cycle consists 2 week period of the development iteration. So last stage of sprint should be last day of sprint, finalize the story, prepare the deployment, and committed the story feature branch, and only story committed to the sprint represented by the feature branch considered for development post sprint. Okay, now this is the conclusion. So categorize the, I just need to, what is the main first point of the best practice? Categorize the release based on the nature of the frequency. Schedule release on big days, preferably on the Thursday. Agile, align release activity with the sprint cycle of the streamline deployment. Now, in this, I have mentioned actually clear release process, utilize the sandbox environment, implement change management, automate development process, coordinate cross-function team, perform through the testing, monitor release performance, documentation, release activity, continuously improve process, other things. So it's a different kind of practice. We need to be some like the best practice through the Salesforce release manager can effectively manage the release cycle, marketing the risk, maximizing the value of the Salesforce development of the organization. Now, I have done. Now, you can, if you feel free to reach out to me if you have any question, scan the QR code. You just scan the QR code and you just you get some detail in the comment section and the video. You will just say if you want to connect on the LinkedIn, you just said the Tarun Gupta, and the Twitter handle is the DevOps Tarun DevOps. You can connect on Twitter. Now and next one, it's like. Thanks to ApexArts, you just if you like the video, if you have some kind of way, share your experience and use the hashtag Salesforce ApexArts, ApexArt and Twitter and uh, for community like LinkedIn page, and also be tag me at the Twitter Tarun DevOps, and you are also find it out me in the Twitter LinkedIn account the Tarun Gupta. Okay, thank you everyone for joining the session, and see you in the next series if you anything happen. Okay, if you want to again the sharing the QR code and you want to be my blog or with Tarun there, if any kind of thing, you can also connect me on the QR code scan. You will get all the detail of mine. Thank you everyone. Thanks a lot.